Hello, everyone. I did something embarrassing. I went and got more books, and it's mid-May, and this is my second book haul of the month, and my bookshelves are overflowing. I've barely gotten rid of any books, but here is another book haul because I took my kids to the dentist this morning, and I decided I deserved a prize. So after I dropped them off at school, I stopped by the bookstore that wasn't on my way home, and maybe there were two bookstores. So anyway, I have no regrets because I love books so much. The first book I got was The Wings of the Dove by Henry James. I have not read anything by Henry James, and I've never heard of this book, but I bought it anyway. The next book I got was Tyrant, which is kind of cool. Looks like an analysis of rulers, famous rulers, good and bad and mad. So that just seems so interesting to me. I got The Information, A Theory by James Gleick. I think this is like the last book by him that I don't have, and it looked interesting. This looked really cute. I think, therefore, I draw, Understanding Philosophy Through Cartoons. I felt drawn to this one. I really wanted it. Another book that I absolutely did not need was this little tiny collection of Emily Dickinson poetry. I have multiple books of analysis and a massive everything by her collection, which kind of intimidates me. So I got this little tiny book that maybe I could just read this instead and feel like I'm making progress. This book, I don't know why I bought. I've never read anything by Geraldine Brooks, but somebody at the store was talking about this book, and I decided maybe I wanted to buy it. So this book I've wanted for a long time, Weapons of Math Destruction. I don't know anything about it, but I've seen the cover before and I wanted it, so I got it. It was there. I got Colossus, The Rise and Fall of the American Empire. It just looked very interesting. I've been reading some foreign policy this month. I read Samantha Powers' biography and it was amazing. And that's what this book is about, is American foreign policy. So that's why I picked this one up. This another foreign policy book, The 100-Year Marathon, China's Strategy to Replace America as a Global Superpower. Also, again, sounds very interesting to me. This book is by Alan Lightman. I've never heard of it, but it looked interesting. This book is by the author of The Drunkard's Walk, which is, I'm getting ready to reread that soon. I read that a while ago, and this looks like another book by him, and it appealed to me. Here's a book that I've wanted to read for a long time, A Farewell to Arms, and I finally found it. Yay. Definitely that one's been on my list. This is super exciting. I read this book years ago, and I loved it, and I've been looking, I read the library copy, but I've been looking for this book at a thrift store forever. And guess what I found? A beautiful signed copy of this book that I love. This is probably my favorite John Green book, so this was my amazing find. I got Candide by Voltaire. Oh, my cat's just meowed. Sorry, that scared me. I think they're fighting. Don't fight. Anyway, so I think I've actually read this book before. Oh, it's really annotated. But that's okay. Maybe they have some good insight. I think this is like a student, some student dropped this off. But I think I probably read that book when I was in college. This is a book that I've been wanting to rebuy. This is Cosmos by Carl Sagan, and this is a very nice hardcover illustrated version with color photos. I read this book years ago, and then I got rid of it because I didn't like it, but I think I regretted that decision, so I am happy to have found another copy. This is another book that I've been wanting, and I thought this book was going to be a lot fatter than it is. This book has actually been on my list. I think this is an old edition of this book. I think they keep updating it, but I did really, really want this book, and I'm excited to find some edition of it for only $2. I got The Knowledge Illusion, Why We Never Think Alone. I'm not sure why I grabbed it. It's about thinking, and that sounded interesting to me. This book I tried reading a couple years ago, and I didn't finish it. I don't know. I had a weird love-hate relationship with Frederick Backman. But ever since I got rid of that book, I've been seeing a lot of people just say like it's their favorite book in the world. And I did repurchase Anxious People to try again. So I decided to try and give this book another shot because I'm starting to rethink a lot of the books that I read in the past and my reviews of them. This is another book that I read years ago and I didn't like it. I liked a lot of it, but then I got kind of bored, and then the ending was really upsetting to me, so I immediately got rid of the book. But then I read Cloud Cuckoo Land, and I loved it so much. And so I decided it's time to maybe reread this book and see if, now that I know what's going to happen and the horrible, shocking ending, maybe I can deal with it better and enjoy that book. I also got Einstein's Shadow, only because it's a science book, no other reason. And I got the Orion Nebula. It just looked really cool. I just started flipping through the pages, and the pictures were nice, and yeah, it was interesting. And then these books are some remaining birthday presents that came in late. The Great Russian Stories of the 20th Century. This is cool. These are side-by-side stories, part Russian, part English, and there's a lot of authors I like. Let's see if I can find an index. Chekhov, yeah, some of these authors I've not heard. Gorky, Bulgakov, yeah, so that was cool. Yeah, this looks like that would be fun for me to read. This is the Existential Cafe, which just came in. I got the other book for my birthday, and then this one was recommended to me by another YouTuber. Highly, not to me, but in general, it was recommended, and so I kind of wanted it because I'm interested in this, in existentialism. And then finally, I have this book in Spanish, and I don't really speak Spanish, but I was going through it and I thought this would be really fun in French. So I wanted to get the French version of the Read and Think. And this kind of goes through and does like little stories and on various topics like celebrations and culture. And then it has the words next to it. So anyway, I really wanted this book and my husband bought it for me. So thank you so much. And yeah, so that is my mid-month haul. At this rate, we're just going to be living in a house made entirely of books. So I need to get better. Maybe this will be my last haul for a while. Or not. Well, anyway, thank you for watching.